Carl Albert.
Yeah.
But talk about that, though, because, you know, those guys could be playing when you're in the NFL. So
Yeah.
talk about what you were doing, man.
Well, first off, super impressed with Carl Albert. They're very talented, and I'm just love high school football. I think it's a very pivotal time in a lot of people's careers, learning who you are and, you know, kind of that innocence of playing ball, and just love watching it. So I'm glad I got to get out there and watch some football because, you know, if I was in Hawaii, I'd be watching my high school, but, you know, I'm just a big supporter of the high school football.
Did you know them already?
I did. I do. I know them pretty well, so they're good people.
What else did you do over the bye week?
Took my girlfriend to Target,
There you go.
little Starbucks run. So I tried the pink drink and, you know, went that way with the strawberry acai and some coconut milk. Got the
And?
medium. You know, I'm learning, you know, there's grande, there's venti, there's different sizes. So I don't want you guys to think I'm not educated on that. I'm just starting to continue to learn because I'm not a coffee drinker.
So you really cut loose at Target. I mean, wow.
Yeah, Target, you can rack up a check real quick. So definitely, you know, on the way back to the cashier, just throwing things back. So
You play a familiar team this week.
I do.
You looking forward to it?
I am. I think it's interesting, you know, how college football, you know, brings it all full circle. But I'm excited for it. You know, I'm excited for every opportunity and grateful that, you know, I get to run out with these guys, and it'll be a great time.
We asked you about being at UCF when they were in the American and wanted to be in the Big 12.
Yep.
Now that they're in the Big 12, and that week is here, does it just feel different? Does it feel odd almost looking at them as a Big 12 team?
I think now I'm just kind of settling in that college football is, you know, what it is, and it's wild. And once you think one thing, it'll turn into a whole nother. So just kind of letting it all happen. And I would just say this: I'm not surprised with college football how things are going. There could be any matchup. There can be, you know, any player on any team. So.
Dillon, you've spoken a lot about now the experience you have and how the game has slowed down for you. When you're a starting quarterback in your third career game, how fast was life moving back then in 2019?
Well, when you're 18, taking your first snap, a lot's going through your head. But I think just the whole journey, you know, getting to this point, I think I've learned a lot about myself. Learned a lot about playing the position, and then, you know, kind of the external things. You know, there's football, but then there's also, you know, being a quarterback, being a leader, being a great teammate, representing a university or something bigger than yourself. It all comes with the position. So I think just throughout that journey, I've learned a bunch about how I want to, you know, conduct myself.
How do you reflect on that time now, being you were young, you were far from home, and just with a lot of responsibility?
Yeah, it was. You know, being thrown into the fire as well. You know, I think 3 weeks before, you know, my high school was done, I was already in college. So, and I say that because I graduated early. But, and then starting my freshman year, I think just that all happened really quick. But I learned a lot from those experiences and kind of learned in front of many instead of, you know, on the practice field. So there's benefits and things that aren't so good, but just learn from those experiences and grown, and ultimately, you know, I'm at where I'm at because of those experiences.
Dillon, you guys lost Anthony, unfortunately. Talk about some guys you're looking at to kind of step up.
All of them. I think it's a committee. You just heard Nick, so Nick's going to be stepping up, but I just say all of them. You know, J. Gibb, LV, JJ, Brennan, you know, Petaway, guys who are playing now, and then even, you know, Stogg. I think as a unit, I don't want to say that. I just want you to know that I think as a group we have to all step up for someone who's missing.
I know, you know, I don't know if you got to watch any football, you know, you watch like Oregon and Washington, but I mean, as a young kid, seeing like Marcus Mariota's name being mentioned in the high does that mean something to you to be a Hawaiian kid who's kind of going through that same thing you watched growing up?
Yeah, it does, and I say that because I represent more than just myself, and I know there's a kid, you know, in Hawaii that is dreaming to do the same. I was once in their shoes with, wanting to be like Marcus, and just being able to, play college football. I want to be able to be that for those guys too. So, understanding that I represent more than myself, I want to do it the right way. I want them to know that, it is possible, but also at the highest level. So.
Dillon, we saw that moment with your mom after the game last weekend. How much has she and your family been around this season? How's that different from maybe previous season, and what's that been like?
They've been around. I'd say more so, knowing it is my senior year. So they have been around a bunch, but it means the most. I don't get to see them all spring and summer. I get to see them for a couple, maybe 2-3 weeks, and then I won't see them again until the first game. So what I love about football is I get to bring my family together and see them all at once, and it just feels good. It's every game's like a Thanksgiving for me. I get to bring everyone together and break bread. So it's fun, and that's what I think it's all about.
Have they just been staying here, shuttling back and forth, or?
They've been shuttling back and forth. My little brother has made some hikes of coming for a weekend, flying back, then come for another weekend. But my dad and my little brother try to come earlier because they have the high school basketball season, and then my mom, she's kind of here, throughout the whole season. So it's good having her here.
Dillon, having a week to be able to just step back, no game prep, but look at yourself and look at the offense. What are some things you identified that you want to clean up moving forward in the back half of the season?
Yeah, I think it's just, as a group, we got to be better, and I say that there's parts where we can get away from people, and we leave them in the game, and I think us being able to take advantage of every opportunity, close the door early, and just knowing how good we can be because we haven't played our best football, and that's important, knowing that there's area and room to get better, and we need to, and we will. So.
Is there ever a fear coming out of a bye week, just finding rhythm back again after the week off?
I'd say no in our case because a lot of guys were, getting back healthy and just having the week to, tend to our bodies. I think it's helped, and everyone, got a little more pep in their step because of the extra break. So I'd say, thankfully in our, and it's been good for everyone to just heal up and get their bodies back.
Is it different this year, knowing how much is out there for you guys, just both individually and then obviously as a team?
I think it's been good for us just being able to stay present, and I say that because that's what we've been doing thus far, and being able to just be in the moment, take advantage of every opportunity. And as cliche as it sounds, it's the routine and things like that people can get bored with, but just being dialed into it, preparing our butt off, and coming to Saturday, being able to let it loose. So just I guess the combination of all that will help us.
As an offense, I know everybody looks at the offensive line. You have to start there to be great. When you lose McCade, and then you have a game where Caden steps up, and Caleb, I just saw was named a captain this week. What does it kind of mean, and how has it been with that transition of trying to find people to replace McCade?
It's hard because McCade's a great player, and he's very smart, and really a extra center on the field with how smart he is and being able to help out in that sense. But I think with the two guys, and even Troy being able to help out, and Sexton coming in, and Jake Taylor being able to play as well, I think just the group meshing well together, and I think they do a really good job of that because of Rain setting the tone. But also TG and Walter playing their butt off all year. I think that helps with anyone that may come in, and Beanbo does his magic, and whatever five he puts out there, you really trust it just because he's put them all together throughout the spring, and that sort of thing with just trying to mix different bodies to keep the cohesion.
How'd the Beanbo shirt come together? The idea of putting him on a T-shirt.
I don't know. I really don't. I should ask though.
Can you talk about Nick Anderson, just what he's kind of brought to the mix this season? I mean, how he's been able to find the end zone so often.
Yeah, just some freakiness. I'd say he's got some stuff that you can't coach, and on top of that, he's very coachable. So you mix the two. He's very talented and very smart. So he's just been able to take advantage of every opportunity when he's in. And it's funny how, things work out, but him being in and, the OU Texas game and one catch and one touchdown in the most crucial moment. So that should show how much, we trust him and his ability.
What's your thoughts on UCF and their defense?
Very talented. I know a couple of those guys. So know a lot about them, and they're a very talented group, very fast and physical. And, I just know what that program's all about. So we'll have our hands full, and us being able to play at the highest level will be important.
Is there any, have you noticed any difference or feeling around the team after, the last win? Just, more momentum, confidence?
I'd say confidence, but I'd also say just everyone's been very even keel, and I love that about, Coach BV, just being able to keep the guys with that mindset. And at the end of the day, it's about preparing and out-preparing your opponent and, being on the field and making more competitive plays. So just continue to prepare sounds very cliche, but it's real.
Dillon, those summer retreats you do with the skill guys, the
Yep.
offensive linemen, did you ever do those at UCF, or is that something you just kind of started when you got here?
I didn't get to. Something I started when I was here, and obviously, thank you to NIL, we're able to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's something I started. Thought it was very important. Things I wish I could do and continue to do, but NIL has definitely helped us to do it.
How beneficial has those experiences been for you? Just when you got here, building relationships with the guys, and then this summer too, with new playmakers.
It's huge because not only myself being new, but there's new guys every year. So just being able to put that at the forefront of continuity, brotherhood, friendship, and doing that not just on the field but off. Being able to, I'm a big believer in, I say it a bunch, but trusting, people off the field will only help with your trust on the field. So those retreats are huge. Even this year, it was big for the new guys to come in and be able to see the group we had and be able to, mesh well together. And I'm a big believer in those.
I meant Jeff Levy on the shirt, not Bill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, that was my fault.
No, you're all good. Now I know what you're talking about. I'm about to. You may see me rocking a Jeff Levy shirt soon, so it's a good deal.
You think that's going to be a big seller?
I hope so, man.
Is that just you supporting him? Is that kind of what that is too?
Yeah, it's also like it's Coach Jeff Levy. He's a stud in his own way. He's should give him some notoriety. The guy's a stud, to say the least.
You started with him 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Now you're putting him on T-shirts.
It's wild. You see, just the journey. You recruited me, and then now we're here. So it's been a long time coming, but it's good.
What was your experience like with Gus that 1 year at UCF? I know you got injured, but
Yeah. No, it was a great experience. I think I learned a lot, and being able to, go from one scheme to another, and just learning different terminology, but also just adjusting to new coaching. And in my career, I've had 3 different head coaches, 4 different QB coaches, and 3 different OCs. So I think all those experiences built together, I think I've just been able to learn a bunch, have a bunch of connections, and then also just my growth as a QB has been because of that.